Hello, thank you for joining us. First tonight, it's been the subject of speculation for days, but today the Chancellor finally confirmed the details as he delivered his spring budget.
But will he be better or worse off under his new plans? Here are some of the main points in his plan.
Well, we'd already heard some details leaked in advance, so no surprise on the biggest change. National insurance cut by 2%, saving £450 a year for an average household. And the Chancellor teased ambitions for further cuts in the future.
The salary limit for getting full child benefit is increasing to £60,000 and partial benefit up to £80,000. Fuel duty will be frozen and the temporary 5p cut due to end this month will remain. Alcohol duty is also frozen.
A new levy on vaping will be introduced, as well as a one-off increase in tobacco duty. Capital gains tax on property will be reduced, and stamp duty relief for anyone buying more than one house is being abolished. Tax breaks that made it more profitable for homeowners to rent out properties as holiday lets instead of long-term rentals will also go.
Well, with the general election looming, has the Chancellor done enough in today's budget to convince voters to give the government their support at the polls?
Grimsby was a town which turned blue at the last election for the first time in more than 80 years. But has the mood changed? Well, we sent our reporter Amelia Beckett to gauge reaction to what could be this government's last ever budget.
Freeman Street Market has stood at the heart of Grimsby for 150 years. But rising prices and tightened budgets mean stalls now stand empty. And for traders like Kaylee, that weighs heavily on her mind.
My electricity is 5 times the amount of what it is. And then you've got minimum wage going up every year. The cashless thing, having a card machine, that's another bill that we never used to have. The market should be busting. We're now relying on 2 days of the market now.
She says for too long, small businesses have been served a raw deal, while customers have also been left with less to spend.
Everything's gone up pretty much, hasn't it? Food, fuel, the lot, council tax, I think, has gone up. Well, that's where we are. Yeah, everything's gone up.
But wages?
No, wages haven't gone up.
Today, the Chancellor said tax cuts were the answer.
Today, I go further. From April the 6th, employee national insurance will be cut by another 2p from 10% to 8%. It means an additional £450 a year for the average employee, or £350 for someone self-employed.
Watching closely was Pam, whose food bank has seen a 30% increase in demand in the last 2 years. So will a tax cut help?
No, I don't think it's going to help any of our clients whatsoever. You know, we work with disadvantage right the way across. We work with disadvantage here. We're working with disadvantage in our main centres with people with learning disabilities, where care packages have been cut, everything's been cut, and this isn't going to make any impact on anybody. What needs to be happening is someone stop putting sticking plasters on and let's get to the root cause.
Outside, we chat to Mary. Her pension is so tight, she relies on food parcels here just so she can eat.
I got £2.20 increase in something, and a loaf of bread and a pint of milk went up to £3. So
you're still losing?
It didn't even break even. You know? So.
This is a town which voted Conservative for the first time since 1935 at the last election. Back at the market, Brian feels they've been served scraps ever since.
It's too late. It's too late. Do it in the beginning. Show the people that you are concerned. Prove to the people that you want to help small businesses out. But they don't. They don't. They sit in the ivory towers in London and just bash out rules and regulations.
With the general election looming, today's budget was an attempt to try and keep voters on side.
Is this an election-winning budget, Chancellor?
He hopes so, but here in Grimsby it seems it hasn't left many very happy. Amelia Beckett, ITV News, Grimsby.